It's Monday. Hi, Kurt. Last week, once we got home from SEMA and all that stuff and the Bailey metal shaping class, I really haven't done anything in here. I've been working in my garage at my house, trying to get a finished garage in there so it can be a gym for my wife, for me. Hey, for the dog if he needs to go. What's up, dude? Curtis. What are you doing? He's wondering who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you guys. Anyway, we're back on this thing today. One thing I did pull out was the windshield wiper mechanism, because my hope is I can use this motor to power the original windshield wipers. That way I can use all the Tesla wiring and everything. That's obvious, right? So anyway, today I'm going to try to, clean this garage. Oh my God. Look at all this junk everywhere. Big hammer, crates, boxes, wheels, tires. Yeah, and just general junk. I mean, that's kind of how I operate, let's be honest. But I'm going to try to make it a little nicer. So make that nice. Then start working on the car. I really hope this week to maybe have doors hung. I don't know if that's like too optimistic for 3, 4, 5 days, but man, that would make me happy. So we'll see how far we can get. But I'm gonna start on a cleanup right now, and then we'll get back to it. I also got a new shop fridge for free. It's an old gas fridge, and it has no internals, so it's worthless right now. It's just a shell. It's a cool looking shell, so I don't know, we'll figure it out from there. Hey everybody, you just watch us wrangle this beast using the gantry crane. It turns out you need a gantry crane for more than just lifting car bodies. It lifted that thing, no real issues, 900 pounds, up, over, and into where we wanted. Engine hoist wasn't gonna fit. The big tractor was gonna be a nightmare to move everything in and out of here. So it's there at least temporarily. And if we need to move it again, gantry crane. I'm introducing a new character here, Wild Bill. So when you see him, that's Bill. He's here hanging out with us for a couple months, a couple weeks, a couple days.
Yeah.
You'll see him in and out. Good friend, been with us a long time, and just in town hanging out for a bit. So, woo, that was a chore and a little bit nerve-wracking.
No.
But garage is getting clean. Curtis is happy. We're gonna keep working. Here you can see I am removing the window regulator and stripping the door down a bit. Man, that window regulator was a nightmare. But it actually came out. I deleted a giant section there where I was really frustrated. And then here I'm cutting the A-pillar, the lower section of it, and removing it from the lower sill of the door so that I can use it as a locator for the front edge of the door on the unibody / the roof of the Meteor and the unibody of the Tesla. With that little piece, and it actually fits pretty nicely. That would be like my ideal. They just drop in, attach at the bottom, everything's perfect. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think they're the same on both sides. Yeah, it's like a little in. So close. I'm gonna fit that for a minute and see. I gotta find half and half here, like so that the body's centered. So if I can center the body on this unibody chassis, then I'll start to know if stuff will work. But that's so close, I really wish it would work. I'm like 1/8 inch out on this one pillar, maybe a little less. But I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I'm just gonna trim the bottom out, push it in and up, and it should be fine. Should be. The other one's squared good. Now that's all theoretical. Let me be clear. So I still have to put my doors on. That's why the bottoms aren't getting done. Nothing's getting done. But my doors right now, I want to see like which way they are like that, because I'm gonna have to change them. There's like no adjustment in these hinges, so the attachment point has got to be finessed to be correct. But I'm just trying to get something attached. I'll probably attach the cowl more, and then that will give me my fixed point, and I'll build everything off of that. That's my plan. Hey guys, look at that. I got bored yesterday after I shut the cameras off. I just set the hood in place, I set the fender. You can see it's 4 inches apart there. Man, it looks good. This morning we're having conversations out here in the cold about what to tackle next, whether it's gonna be the door and actually fitting it, or the front sheet metal and then work our way back. Because I kind of have the cowl, the upper section of the cowl right now is at least tacked to where it's not going to move a bunch. I'm going to tack it some more and put some bracing in there, but I'm kind of filling in the blanks at this point, and then we're going to make it look better too. Because right now it's got rough cut to rough cut. I'm sorry I did it that way, but like I said, I didn't know, where to draw my perfect line and get my fitment perfect. So it's kind of like these two and a filler panel is how this is going to be. Do I love that? No. Do I hate that? No. It's just what it is for this kind of thing. Maybe in the next version we'll tighten stuff up, but I kind of think it'd be nice to put the front sheet metal on, and then the only variable would be, right now the bottom of my door is my variable. Whoop, swings like that. Because where it is on these, I have them tacked in place. Let me show you. Hey Kurt, what's up? Yeah, don't be scared. So on my pillars, I put these in, and I have them tacked at the bottom. The height is correct and attached. The height is correct of the cowl. There's 35 inches from where I was measuring over there and over there. There's 43 this way. But what the variable might be is trimming that up and squeezing it in or taking it out to get the fitment right with the rear panel. That rear panel on the door, the B pillar, is actually my fixed position. It's got a brace going across. So it tells me my fixed width. I can't change that width. To change that width, I could change that width. There's no reason I can't change anything I want to change. But by leaving that brace in there, I've said that's the factory width of the interior of the shoebox. So and it's got the correct door fitment, so the bottom of the door is not out or in, the door is where it should be. So if I can fit to that, tack this back in place, I'm golden. I'm literally thinking to myself now what the right way to do this is, how to get me where I want to get the fastest. Kind of here you can see I'm starting to just lay in some 1-inch square tube, and that's going to be my inner structure for the front, because I want to rebuild this up so my fenders sit in place, obviously, and then when you open the hood, you got like the frunk, that's the front trunk on a Tesla, because you might as well have a little beer cooler in the front. Can't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. But gosh, it's looking cool, man. I'm really stoked at where we're at. I was gonna spend more time cleaning and being meticulous, and to be honest, partially that's just not me. I'm kind of a loose person. I get it fitted and then I make it right, as opposed to put it there exactly where I need it, lock it in. I like to have a little bit of play in there. So I don't know, maybe I'll evolve over time. I love watching the people, Mike Wagner, Carl Fisher, who are, they could go off a blueprint and build it. I'm not that guy. I'm kind of like an artist. It's looser, more Ian Roussel or bad Chad, but without the, I don't know, refusal to try the other stuff. Like, I want to use a power hammer. I want to do things right. As far as a builder's concerned, it's very odd. It's odd, right? Like, it's all right. I mean, I've got an Ian car. I love it. It's you know, when I picked it up from him, he said, it's a TV car. This is a TV car. And what he's saying by that is, like, I put it together quick. There's duct tape and chewing gum, but the duct tape and chewing gum is fine because what it was is a display piece, inspiration. It does it kind of in a static way. And some of the other guys are more obsessed with absolute perfection. And I don't know, I think I can achieve perfection through Bondo. Maybe that's my new shirt. Perfection through Bondo. What do you think about that? Should we make that shirt or sticker? Adventures in Rust, perfection through Bondo. I'm with it. Still, people, if you want a sticker, which I'm offended at the low level of interest in my stickers, go on Instagram, because that's the way to have a good conversation. Although I could post a thing here. Maybe I'll post a thing here too on YouTube. Go to the comments or whatever that's called, where people talk more on YouTube, and I'll put a thing there. If you want a sticker, all I need is you to private message me your address. I put a sticker in the mail. You get a sticker that says Adventures in Rust. You put it on something. You take a picture of it. You post it. Hashtag Adventures in Rust on Instagram or something. Participate. I'm trying to make this so I get more people. Today we got a guy named Mike coming by. You'll see him in 2 seconds. He should be here now. Same thing happened. We just started a conversation, and it seems like a cool guy. He has interest in this, and he wants to do a similar thing. He lives local. He said, can I come by and see what you're doing? I said, of course you can come by and see what I'm doing. I can't do that forever, and I can't do that for everybody forever because there's a lot of people in the world. But, it's a community. We're helping each other. I've gotten a lot of help lately. Before I didn't. I mean, it was me in my garage building stuff in a 2-car garage here, in a 2-car garage a million years ago, in a 2-car garage at my mom's house when I was young. But it's better if we help each other. We can all achieve a higher end finish, a better product, faster. Part of that why I don't want to keep going on cleaning this one. God, I'm at like 10 minutes. I'm gonna play like me working in the background so you could, feel good about hearing me too. I wanted this car done. I really had like a 4-month deadline, but that's unreasonable here. I'm stretching it to like 6 months now, which is probably still unreasonable. But that's my goal because I don't want to spend forever on this one project. I have this project. I have the Roadkill Colorado. I have this truck. I mean, this is all just sitting here. Outside of here, I've got 22 other cars or something. I have a lot I want to get done. So, these aren't going to be, I want to say show cars, but the show is on the road. That's my slogan. Driving it, exciting people out in the world. That's what I like to see. So, and what I like to do. So that's the goal, is to get this on the road. Nice. You're going to love it. Finishes are going to be great on the outside. If you dig into it, I watched a Carter's auto restyling the other day, and he said something to the effect of, if somebody comes up to your car and starts measuring it, you punch them in the face. And that's kind of how I feel, guys. I mean, don't judge so hard. Enjoy. Go, wow, I love this. Not, your headlight's 3/16 further that way on this side and that on that side, and that's just not cool. Let's admire each other's work and enjoy this process and help each other out. So that's it. 9 minutes of me talking. I seriously apologize. at that. Starting to get it put together. This is just set there, but sometimes I put it together just so I can see it, so I can feel good, move forward. Anyway, what we're working on now, I think I'm gonna cut a door down and try to fit it on that side just to see what it looks like. And from there, we will keep moving forward. So that's the current project. I was wrong, of course. So what I'm really gonna do right now is I'm gonna cut that hump out from the car. That little hump is where the door pillar was for the back doors, or the back of the front doors and the front of the back doors. I'm gonna cut that out and make it flat, and then that'll allow me to fit the door of the Meteor onto this. All right, so the problem I'm having, the body is up just a hair above the rocker of the Tesla. It will blend when I do it, but the rocker here is a little too long. So I'm gonna chop the end of that off. Then I'm gonna bolt this fender on to the brace that's there and try to fit it. Hopefully I can start locking down some of these pieces. That's it. I don't know, that worked pretty well. Lined up on there. The hood gap's wrong, don't worry about that. Door gap's big, but consistent except for the very bottom. Okay, and this gap was garbage when we got the car. So this was already bad, this was already bad. Hopefully we can square them up. But these were all pretty much like this. A decent, kind of big, but decent. Big, but decent. That bottom might just be that coming in. It's looking right though. So I think we're gonna just start getting front sheet metal assembled. Get the door on this other side as well. Get this fender on. Get my front end square, solid, put in some bracing, and then work our way back from there. That's been kind of the debate for now, whether it's front or back that we do first, or middle. But I think I should just get the front all squared away because it looks nice. And then from there, sail right into the back, baby. It's looking killer. Step 4,612,000. Putting the fender on, bolting it to the A-pillar as the reference point. So this is our reference right now. Everything is getting built that way and built that way from right here. Is it right? Yeah, I think it's right. I measured it a bunch. It seems right-ish. If I have an issue and I need to tweak it, I'll come back and tweak it. Obviously, same issue as the other side. I gotta cut the bottom off. I'm gonna do it in a way I could probably salvage it, but I'll probably never use it again. I'll probably build one that matches the whole length. Who knows? We'll see. These are the pieces I cut off, just so we're aware. completely rotten through, completely rotten through. This is good, but I'm gonna have to remake parts of this anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And it's hitting the bottom where the Tesla's wider, right at the very front there. I guess I could have cut the Tesla back, but I don't know, this is the point where I didn't want to cut any more structure out of the Tesla, so this is where we're at. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the piece off the Tesla. Looks like I'm gonna have to go shopping. The bolt for that, it's like one of those little clips, you know, with sheet metal, and it's threaded. A regular bolt won't bite it, so it's not tightening. I'll probably end up switching those out to like rivet nuts or something when we actually go to reassemble for a final assembly, because they're more reliable, they're newer, they're better. But that's what I got now. So because I want that to be tight, I'm gonna just stop right there, go find the right bolt at Ace or whatever, and then come back tomorrow, put that in, cut this door, put it on, and start working on the front. So good night, but I'll see you again in 2 seconds. Good morning. All right, guys, thanks. Switching these awful little guys out because I don't have the right thread pitch. Where's the old bolt? Yeah. I'm missing one of these nasty bolts that would have thread in there and been beautiful. So like I said, I'm gonna switch it right now to a rivet nut. This is a 5/16, I think. And that'll be better. Yeah, 5/16. I got a good example in case you don't use a rivet nut at home. See how it's mushroomed out when I squeezed it in when it came out? And then that mushroom is what applies force to the sheet metal and holds the nut there so that you can thread it in. Thread in a bolt. Now I'm gonna do one correctly. So now you see like it goes down. I don't move it out. Thread that. Now it's got a permanent. Right?
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Hey guys, welcome to another day in paradise here. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. But look how far we got this thing yesterday. That door's not on. These aren't on, but they're bolted to the pillar. I need the cross member in there. The little front valance is, well, not valance, but whatever, it's in there. And this door's on-ish too. So today, double checking my pillars, putting in a couple cross braces, some bracing to like lock the front in place, and then putting that door on. That's my goal. Watch it unfold. We like this. Both doors are tight at the top, loose at the bottom. The bottom is infinitely flexible right now. The top of the door looks good. The very bottom of the door is loose. This midsection tight. If we go to the other side of the car, the top is tight, but we did that when we built the car, when we did the chop, so I know that that's just us. We did that. And it's pretty much exactly how it was. Midsection of the door, tight. Bottom of the door, infinitely loose. So I think the easy fix here is call the door good, move this section the tiniest bit, 1/8 of an inch back on both sides at the top, and fix the bottom to give us a great door line. It works for me, it works for you, works for Bill. Bill says thumbs up. So that's what we're gonna do. But first we're gonna go in the front, because this is all fine right now. And we're gonna take the hood off, put in some cross braces, put some actual support in there so the fenders are on. Pretty good. And of course, the plan was to work on the inner structure and getting everything finalized, but that wasn't nearly fun enough. So Bill bet me $1 that I would get stuck trying to pull the Cadillac out of the backyard, because it had been just pouring rain for days here, and everything's muddy back there. But I trust F-250, 4x4, diesel, we got this. So we went back here to pull the Caddy and bring her back up to the front and start fitting some Cadillac parts. It just all sounded more fun than inner structure. Well, here we go, moment of truth. And Bill owes me $1. All right, so the plan's pretty simple. Cadillac has made its way to the garage. I'm gonna cut the top of that fender off, go try it on the Meteor, see if there's anything there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, woo! So that's what I'm doing now, cutting that off. If you have a Cadillac and that's the one fender you needed, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. A little Canadian history for you guys while we're working on the Meteor. I've been informed that the Robertson, that square bit, was developed in Canada. And that is a proud moment for the Canadian people, because the Robertson is actually one of the best bits there are. Look, I'm not even looking at it, and it's spinning out because it's square. It fits in there. It doesn't come out. It's like a Torx, but square. That's a winner. So 1 point Canada. All right, I think we're gonna sit and stare at this for a minute. We've already discussed it needs to come back a little bit, but it's kind of cool. I know you're in love with that one. Get over it. This is the future, people. Look at that. Flat top instead of the swoop down. I'm loving it. It's nowhere near done. I'm not going on the road like this, but the concept isn't as far off as we may have thought it was. I think it might just work with enough finagling. Hey people, it's Friday morning, so I think this is the end for the week. I think I'm gonna edit today and try to get this video out. But wow, what a week, man. It wasn't that much time spent working, but it was, you know, enough to get some cool stuff done. So let's recap here. We started with no door on this side, being the passenger side. I don't know what else. Maybe no fenders, no hood, no nothing, you know? So, but at this point we've got both doors hung, both passenger side and driver side. and they do open and close. That's still pretty flimsy right there though. The bottoms of the doors, you can tell, are cut out. Woohoo! You know, there's clearance issues that got taken out, but they haven't been filled back in and, like, you know, prepped to actually be assembled. So this side's looking good. You can see I got my, like, concept Mercury line on the side. This is one of my thoughts. I'd like to do that because I think those are, you know, iconic cars, iconic lead sled kind of cars, but not going that way. What we got on here yesterday, day before, was this fender right here. Man, it looks killer. It needs tuning, you know, fine tuning, but it's the 56 Cadillac fender that we cut off that Cadillac. I mean, check that out. Hey, Kurt, you can see factory headlight, which is cool, don't get me wrong. And then 56 Cadillac headlight, right? Browed, inset, completely different setup. You're fine, dude. Along the side here, we got a pronounced ridge that runs back. We got this side trim coming in here. Oh, someone's calling me. All right, I'm back. Obviously the wheel needs to be cut out so that it can fit, but it bumps it out enough. See, these are the things. Meteor, Cadillac. This is all going to be made to work, but what it's buying me is, if you can see the tire sticks out there, the tire will be shrouded by this. It will be actually covered. So it changes. The car's going to have kind of like a flat slab side now instead of a big arc of a Meteor or shoebox Ford. It's going to take a lot. This is a lot to get this right, but I'm digging it. So I don't know. It's hard. You got to use some imagination right now because of the fact that, you know, obviously that does not blend, but I think it looks cool. So let me know in the comments. I know there's going to be, oh God, no, why? Try not to do that. Try not to be that guy. Be optimistic. Roll with it. We're going to create a beautiful car here. This side is cool as could be. But this side is custom and cool as could be. It's going to be like a little micro Cadillac, Meteor in the center. It's Tesla, Cadillac, Meteor. That's pretty cool. And they're starting to blend. Next week's going to be awesome. Next week, I'm hoping that, you know, the body's secure enough. Maybe we could drive it up and down the road a little bit. Maybe some more Cadillac parts on there. I got to get that Cadillac gutted because it is awful looking out front. Anyway, I'm stoked. Like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff if you haven't already. I'm sure you have because you're here at the end of the video. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And, you know, this week, if you're here at the end, make sure you comment. Please comment, like, share. YouTube keeps dropping me after like 24 hours-ish, which is just such a disappointment because we get 2,000 views in that time, which I know isn't monumental. There's guys get substantially more, but that's a lot. So we're so close to breaking through that algorithm and getting to the point where we got a real following on this, because you guys who are following this and commenting and you know, engaging, I'm enjoying that, man. I've had a couple people out. That's been great. You'll see one of the guys this week, Mike. You know, it's cool to meet you all and to go through this and share this journey with you. So thank you.